What's up, guys? Hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for popping in to my spoiler review for episode 6 of The Last of Us. Um, Look, not as much to say about this episode than the previous episodes because, you know, I just feel like it was the best written episode so far. You really get to dive into the the inner turmoil of Joel and what he's feeling and experiencing in life and how he still is, just traumatized about his daughter's death in his arms and seeing the girl with the similar hair, how he has glimpses of her. Um, it is sad stuff, and he realizes, in the episode that maybe his brother is younger and all this, so maybe she should go with him because he thinks he would just get her killed because he just almost feels like a failure in many senses. And I really thought it was so well acted. Pedro Pascal gives such an incredible performance in this scene, and I think it's the best acting of his career. He was terrific in that episode. You could see that the tears are about to start pouring from his face, but he's still reserved at the same time. I mean, it was just great. The difference between the game and the show is in the game, Ellie realizes that she's gonna get pawned off to Tommy. She doesn't like it. She gets on the horse and she goes. She flees, and then you got people, raiders or whatever that are shooting, and that she's encountered. So Joel has to go down with the horse, with Tommy and all this to go save her. um and then they go in the house and they have that scene where the iconic Last of Us scene where they talk about you don't know what loss is, and how she explains that everybody that's left her's either died or whatever the case may be. So you have that iconic scene. In this episode, she just overhears it. She's in her room. She's kind of taking it all in, and they have the conversation. So I thought that, it worked just as well in the episode. It was much more uh, subdued, but it worked just as well. I thought it was just as effective. But the cinematography to this episode, I think, is the best cinematography that we've seen thus far. Even though it's a beautiful looking show, the shot when they're on the horse and there's like the sunset in the background and they're on the horse, they're going. It's a beautiful shot, and the whole episode looks beautiful. But we get to the town that's going to be prominent uh, more in the second game, and I thought it looked fantastic. I thought it looked really good, and the production design was incredible. The thing with Tommy's wife we meet, I think she's hardened, but at the same time she has a heart. She's cutting her hair, she's doing all these things. We see on the wall, it's a little different. There's a memorial of the two names, and she at first thinks that it's her kids. Turns out they only, one of them was her kids. The other one, she says, it was Joel's kid. And of course, that's going to be up there because that's Tommy's niece, I believe that would have been. So it all made sense and it all worked well. And I thought the writing and the acting was just continuously masterful and terrific. And I loved this episode. It's probably my second favorite episode of the series. Nothing tops the Bill and Frank episode. I mean, nothing tops that. That is just like top tier everything for me. But here, this is my second favorite episode. The only thing that I didn't really care for is the last like minute of the episode. They were able to accomplish a lot within this hour. So we get to the scene when they're going to try to find the fireflies. They're not there. They left. We see the monkeys. In the game, we also see giraffe or two giraffes, whatever it is. We don't see giraffes in the episode, but we do have to fight the people that are coming in, the raiders or whatever you want to call them, uh, and Joel gets stabbed. So it's a little different how it happens in the game. I think it was more like cinematic in the game. He falls off the balcony or whatever, um, from what I remember. But in this, he just gets stabbed and he looks down. And he notices he's stabbed. She notices it too. Gets on the horse and they go off. I think as soon as she shoots the gun and they go off, cut to black. What's going to happen? But they give you that last minute to where he passes out, and she says, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Camera pans out, sad music is playing, and it fades to black or cuts to black. Um, it's like a cliffhanger, but for us that played the game, that she's going to get medicine and he's going to be fine. So, and there's 3 episodes left anyway, so I think he's going to be fine anyway. So, I don't know. I just thought you could have had him pass out at the beginning of the episode, have the whole episode about her getting the medicine, running into the guy that she has the big showdown with in one of the restaurants. Um, yeah, I think you could do that all in the next episode. But regardless, loved it. This is my second favorite, and that's where I'm at. So, guys, comment down below. What did you think about episode 6 of The Last of Us? Leave that down below. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Come on back. Watch the content. We have a weekly review show, talk about all the latest films. This week, what do we talk about? We're going to talk about The Cocaine Bear. We're going to be talking about there's a new film called Emily about the writer of Wuthering Heights, which is going to be really interesting to see. And also, I watched the Paramount film At Midnight with Monica Barbaro from Top Gun Maverick, so I'll be doing a review for that as well. Check that out. And guys, you can follow me on Twitter at RyanKing72 and Instagram at KingOfRises131. That's been it for me. Thank you so much for watching my spoiler review for episode 6 of The Last of Us. And until next time, over and out.